everyone. Today we're going to have an introduction to factoring using the diamond. So this is the first part. This lesson that we have right here, factoring using the diamond, will be used when we will have our lesson on factoring quadratic expression or factoring trinomial using the box and diamond. So we are talking about the diamond part. Okay, so we have here the rules in order that we can find the factors of using the diamond. So suppose we have factors A and B. In order that the one that we write on top of the diamond is the product between A and B. So I go multiply A times B. And then the one that we write at the bottom of the diamond would be the sum of these two, A plus B. To better understand this, I'm going to have an example. So let's say, for example, right here, let's take this diamond right here. The answers, the numbers that we have here is 8 and 9. So we are going to figure out what number do we write here, which are the factors. So before we jump into that, I will give you a trick on how to factor this really quick. So we write the 8 first, and then we are going to find the factors of 8. So 8. So the factors of 8 would be 1 times 8. Okay, so that's one of the factors. Another factor of 8 would be 2 times 4, and that is an 8. And then another factor would be 3 doesn't work. So 3 doesn't work. 4 works, but then it's just going to be a repeat. So these are the only possible factors. Now the next thing that we're going to do to determine which of these two works. So we have to add these two. So if I add 1 plus 8 is a 9, and that's what we have over here. So then these 1 and 8 are actually the factors of this diamond. So I go ahead and write 1 and 8. And this makes sense because if I have 1 times 8 is an 8, so that's the product. And 1 plus 8 is a 9, and that makes sense. So let's have another example right here. So let's take this next example right here. So we go ahead and write the diamond here first. So that's the diamond right there. So the numbers that we have would be -12 and -1. So again, the first thing that we're going to do is to find the factors of 12. So let's just take the absolute value of 12. So I go ahead and write here 12. So the one that works with 12 would be 1 times 12. We also have 2 times 6. 3 works with 12 as well, so 3 times 4. 4 works, and so it's just going to be a repeat. So these are the possible factors. Now we're going to figure out which of these numbers here would work for this diamond. So let's add them first. So we're going to have 1 plus 12 is 13, so it could be positive 13 or negative 13. We subtract this, 1 minus 12 is -11. So it's going to be 11 or -11, but that's 1 right there, so it doesn't work. 13 and 11 doesn't work. Now let's have these two. 2 plus 6 is 8. So that's positive 8 or -8, and it doesn't work. 2, and then we subtract these two. 2 minus 6 is 4 or -4. It doesn't work. So let's take this next one right here. We add this. 3 plus 4 is 7. Or -7, but it doesn't work right there. So if we subtract this, 3 minus 4 is -1 or 1, so it works. So that means the factors are these ones right here. So I'm going to circle this. So it's going to be 3 and 4. But the thing is, which one of these is the negative? Now, looking at this, if we multiply this 3 times 4, it should be positive 12, but that's a -12. So that means one of these should be negative. So 3 plus 4 is a 7, but it's not 7. This is 1. So what do we have to do? So it's actually the 4 that gets the negative. So if you add 3 plus -4 is a -1. Now let's move on to the next example right here, which I would like you to try. So these are the next problems right here. Let's have this as -18 and 7, and then let's have this as 20 and -9. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so let's go over this. So let's find the factors of 18. So 18 would be 1 times 18. It can also be 2 times, that's going to be 2 times 9. Okay, that's 18. 3 works also. That's going to be 3 times 6 is also 18. Now I'm going to pick which one of these works. So I'm going to add them. 1 plus 18 is 19 or negative 19 or 17. So it doesn't work. 2 and 9, so I can have 11 or subtract it, it's 7. So this one works. So I'm going to go ahead and write 2 here and 9. But we say that this is negative, so one of these should be negative, and that's a 7. So I go ahead and put negative on 2, so that if I multiply, negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, and negative 2 plus 9 is positive 7. Okay, so we factored it already. Now let's have the next one right here. So we're going to find the factors of 20. So the factors of 20 would be 1 times 20. It can also be 2 times 10. 3 doesn't work. 4 works. So 4 times 5. And then after that, 5 would work, but it's just going to be a repeat. So let's figure out which of these would work. So 1 plus 20 is 21 or 19. It doesn't work. 2 and 10, that's 12 or 8. It doesn't work. 4 and 5, 4 plus 5 is 9 or negative 9. So, or we subtract this, it's going to be 1 or negative 1. So this works. So I'm going to put that over here. 4 and 5, but one of them or two of them, if we go over this, so 4 times 5 is 20. Good. But then if we have 4 plus 5 is a negative 9, so that means that it doesn't work. So which means that in here, the 4 is a negative and the 5 is a negative. Did you get the same answers as these? Good. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!